In a world with entirely too many shows about cars, this is another pointless automotive podcast.
Welcome back to another Pointless Automotive Podcast, my friends. Frank, how fare ye this evening, this early evening
Hi.
for us?
Yes, no, it's great. I'm not deep into the throes of a 30 pack of some terrible booze, which is great. In fact, I know you are.
It's my regular workday, baby.
Yeah. I'm doing the sparkling because we're the LaCroix boys here. Pineapple slash coconut, but it's not coconut like the fruit. It's cocoa and then capital N-U-T, cocoa nut.
Oh, okay.
Which is I don't know if that is like copyrighted because they capitalized the N. And I don't see any like nut allergy warnings on the can. So I can't assume that the nut that is cocoa is of nut. It could be animal based, let's say.
True. Nor should you ever assume. Also, dude, real quick, when you started off with deep in the throes, I heard deep in the throats, and I was like,
I mean, hold on. Let me take a sip, and then it will be.
First off, I'm proud of you. Second off, let's get into this topic. Before we even announce our topic, dude, we're sliding. We're slacking on our retro video game. So just the 30-second spot. This is one of my faves from PS2 era, Tokyo Extreme Racer Drift. So we talked about the first one for Dreamcast.
Yeah,
Tokyo Extreme Racer. Yeah, Import Tuner presented that one. This one is so cool, dude, because it's not highway racing. It's actually mountain racing. So it's initial D style.
Nice.
And the first video game where you could play with our beloved Galant VR4. Why is it in a game called Drift? Makes no sense. But the car is in that game. I remember playing this, and I always loved the Galant VR4, right? So I was driving down a mountain, you go to these like parking areas, and I fucking saw it, and I'm like, what the? You know, just seeing that car in a video game, right? And it's just
love it.
It's always been a special title for me.
Oh boy. And we are slacking in a number of different ways. And I'm just going to say off the riff, we're also, because you brought up us slacking. We're also slacking on our late night confidential episodes. So dear Patreon members, we haven't forgotten about you. We're behind. We're like a month behind, which is one episode.
And it's not. We are sorry. There's
busy.
No excuse.
Well, we're busy.
I mean, yeah.
And we like to do them in person and make disastrous short-term life choices. And potentially long-term, depending on the terribleness that we end up drinking. So I don't know. Maybe we'll have to pull out all the stops. Maybe we'll have to do a virtual one here just to get us caught up. I don't know.
Let's do it.
But stand by. Everybody.
Well, my life is an exercise in efficiency, so I'm really trying to wrap up the Lexus. So when you come over to do the late night confidential, you can drive that car home. So that would be ideal. That is really hard. That is a lot. That is a big ask. And we're going to get into that on this episode because, guys, that's a segue. We're going to be talking. We're going to talk about current fleet status. Mid-2026 is where we're at. We're actually a little past that because we're at nearing the end of July. But we've talked about cars and vehicles that have come and go, but we really haven't sat down and talked about our fleets. We talk about our fleets like they're actual functional things. They're not mostly, but
semi, yeah,
just like me, semi at best. But we want to talk about like our fleet status and just like fill you guys in, fill each other in, and it's always a fun exercise to see how buried we are with projects we'll never ever get to. Frank,
definitely, yes. Let's keeping semi pushing rope. Yeah, there's lots to talk about, presumably, other than my shit's broken, which is going to be a significant portion of mine.
Let's just say that and get the hell out of here and get another drink.
Yeah. Shut it down. Let's go home. I guess where the hell do we start?
How about do you want to? I don't know.
What if we just start with our oldest vehicle by like model year? And like, I'll go my oldest and you go you oldest, and we'll go back and forth until we run out of cars.
Let's do it. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Why the hell not?
You go first because you got a clear winner in your background.
Well, no, you kidding me? I got a car nearly 25 years older than that, my friend.
Oh yeah, I forget about that one too.
Yeah. Yes, the not often talked about, nor often driven 1941 Chevy pickup. AK, as they call it. It's the the pre-advanced design. They call it Art Deco truck, if you will.
Okay.
Rusty, crusty old flatbed. It technically runs. It technically drives. It
These are
spends,
good things.
which it does maybe once every 6 months. If I'm being
Mhm.
honest, I'll start it up and drive it downtown, get a cup of coffee, bring it back. I think since the inception of this podcast, I've been discussing selling it because I don't use it enough, and it is currently being used right now.
Wow.
So we got a new couch yesterday, and I got to get rid of the old couch, right? It was a free hand-me-down couch. We've had it for like 5 or 6 years, and it is still a free hand-me-down couch. So it is sitting on the flatbed of the truck parked right in front of my house. Cushions on it.
It
Everything
hasn't
just sitting ready to go.
appreciated, he says.
No, but it's doing work. It's a work truck. It is doing work. It is holding a couch that
I was talking about the
has
couch.
It is no longer casting.
Ah.
And to be fair, I don't know what's happening in the middle of the night on this couch. I don't. It could be casting all night long. I have no clue.
You know when that interview's taking that turn, right? Like you have to. Okay, carry on. No,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
that's a late night confidential.
Exactly,
episode
something
for
about
sure.
insurance. But no, it's So that's what the truck is currently doing. It is sitting there with a couch on it, and there's a marketplace, a Facebook marketplace ad for free couch. The whatevereth block of whatever street.
Sure.
Don't bug me. Just come get it. I'll take the ad down when it's gone. It's been there 36 hours, and the couch is still there. So I'm hoping that might be the push for me to then drive the truck, because then I'm starting it up and I'm driving it to like the local dump or whatever.
Got it.
That's what my oldest car. That's the current status of my oldest truck. And honestly, we've got El Nino coming, the specter of lots of rain. This truck has spent 80 years outdoors, so like the rain's really not going to hurt it more than it's already hurt. But like maybe in theory that can be the push for me to move it on to someone who will actually do more with it than what. It's not fair to the truck. I could use some money on other things. It would justify me replacing its parking space with something more interesting, like my daily. And so yeah, that's the status of that one. How about you? What's your oldest one?
Nice. So decades removed from yours. My newest is a 1989 Honda VTR 250. That bike I just picked up not too long ago. What have I done to it? Absolutely nothing. So the bike sat for a few years before I scooped it up. This is a pretty cool bike. They only made them for a few years. Very low numbers. It's 250. It's kind of a beginner style bike, but it's a really rev happy 13,500 red lined, fun little sport bike. So I am getting back into riding. I rode like dirt bikes and shit growing up, but I haven't been a motorcycle guy. I haven't ridden a motorcycle in damn near probably like 27, 28 years. So it's been a little bit, and it's not like riding a bike. Yeah, right. It's actually not. So kind of. At the front of the house, I get the bike up there. I'm working on balancing. I'm working on all my muscle memory where the controls are. You do like a little thing called what is it called? I just said it 30 times before the podcast,
DMT?
but I forgot. Friction zone. So after doing DMT, you try to find the friction zone on your bike by letting the clutch out and seeing when it grabs and when it propels the motorcycle forward. So I was playing with that, a little bit of throttle, just practicing. And then less than 2 minutes later, I'm going up and down the street. And then 7.5 miles later, I return home for my first trip, because that's how that was not planned. So the bike sat for a while. The carburetor is kind of fucked. So once it got really hot, 2 miles away from my house, it was stuttering and dying every time I stopped. And I look like a complete noob. Not to mention my turn signal, you have to cancel on a bike. And I kept hitting the horn 50% of the time. So, I mean, let's be honest.
Rad.
The bike looked cool as fuck. I look like a fucking idiot on it, not knowing what I'm doing. But a 7.5 mile just through neighborhood back streets and just, bro, you talk about flow state. I fucking just got out of my mind on that thing. I had no idea what time had passed, what I was even doing half the time. I was just, because it's all relearning, right? It was such and it was so cathartic, dude. It was nothing beats that. Just that high revving, fun little, I don't know, man. I was lost, Frank.
I get it.
I barely limped it home, which is a reminder of every car I've ever owned. So the bike is no different. Issues, right? Issues I need to work on, a list of things to do, but I fucking love this thing so hard, dude. I love it. I love it so hard. So
yeah, good little tinker toy.
Yeah, dude, fun bike, super cool. I'll get her all cleaned up. I'll do a whole build series on it. But yeah, that's it. Plan for that. I'm gonna keep that thing for a while. I do eventually got to go legit and get like a license and all that kind of shit. But great bike to start off with, and I'm super pumped to be riding. It's like,
Oh yeah.
it's so good, dude. But yeah, that's mine. 1989 Honda VTR 250 baby
89.
interceptor, if you will.
Okay. Um, Back to being much older than 1989. This is the car behind me.
Mm-hmm.
That is that's a 65 Barracuda, but of course, it runs, it drives. There are some things I want to do to it, some minor. I haven't changed the oil since the rally. I haven't driven it much. But like the oil was changed directly before the rally. But good thing to do. It just change the oil, and then I'll be good for a while, because that was a good quote unquote break-in period for how long it had sat before.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, worth doing. So I want to change the oil. I'd love to do seat belts, because it's got like wonky like race harness belts, because when I bought it when I was in high school, it had no belt in it, period.
Yeah.
And so as part of my parents allowing me to own it was and so I just went to like the local race shop and bought like some fucking race harnesses, because that's what they had, and they're terrible. They're like the click style. Yeah, for a 4-point, like they're not great. So I want to get just like OEM style belts. And then I'm going to take it to Car Week.
Car killer.
Week. So that's going to be my Car Week car, which will be really fun. More long term, I'd like to do a new steering box.
Okay.
It's got a manual, just used economy, 22 turns, 22-to-1 steering ratio, ridiculousness. And they do make tighter, sportier boxes, which will be better. It won't be great, but it will be better. And so I'd like to do that. Spend whatever $800 on like a nice firm feel box or something.
Oh, dude, at that point, any improvement you're really going to feel, right? Like any tightening.
Yep. So that's kind of it for now on that one. What's your next oldest?
First off, killer Car Week car, dude. Kind of like perfect.
It'll be fun, just because it's like, hey, I get to take my first car ever to Car Week, and have it be something that's different and sticks out in a positive way. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, first car flex, dude. It's no 1990 Chevy Corsica, but you know what, dude? Props to you.
They can't all be winners.
That one was not. Let me see. 1990, so 1 year further from my last entry, is the Chevrolet Corvette ZR1 that has done nothing for me except be parked in front of cars I need to move, lose all of its different bodily fluids on the floor, and has never run under my ownership. I think I've had it for a few years now. It's further down on my list. Once the Lexus is done, the Blazer, probably some other cars. I got to get to that ZR1, which I'm going to do. Dude, it has so many issues. The secondary injectors were an issue from the previous owner telling me that. No mechanic could get it sorted. He took it to like 3 mechanics. So that means I'm obviously going to figure it out without even trying too hard.
Of course.
But yeah. There's a lot of things to be addressed with that car. It's still relatively low mileage. I think it's 57K, maybe something to that effect. So it's, Corvette mileage. Yeah. I really want to drive that fucking car, and I'm really scared to buy tires for it, because I think there's one company that still makes it. I think Nitto makes a tire in that size, because it's a weird fucking size, and it's not cheap. So I'm not looking forward to that kind of stuff, but I'm really looking forward to that project, because I think that's going to be a super special car when I get it all back together. And I can't wait to hoon it a little bit, dude, because it's not too valuable, right? Like it's not nothing. Right. It's not like the other stuff I play with, but it's also not like exotic or anything, even though in a time it was.
It is.
I mean, it is.
It isn't.
The price point, though,
but
it's still,
is.
Yeah, it's still like, I won't feel too bad about like goofing around with it a little bit and having some real fun and caning it, if you will. So I do want to drive it. It's like one of those things when you like watch a story about it or a video about it and you're like, I got one of those. That fucking thing doesn't start. So it's like, you get more amped every time. Like when I have to take it out and charge the battery, it's like I sit in the seat, which I can barely put my fucking shoes in the footwell. The C4 footwells are atrocious.
Do you think that's what Kentucky feels like? It is Kentucky, right? That's
Bowling Green.
Where Mitch McConnell. Yep. Well, okay, even more appropriate, because I'm going to say
you weren't even going there.
No, I was going with. Do you think that's how Kentucky feels? Because they're like, hey, we have a senator, and then they're like, oh wait, like we haven't seen any signs of life out of Mitch McConnell, and he's leaking all his bodily fluids and being covered up, if you will, like yours has a car cover on it, and maybe they feel the same way, where there's like, they're like, oh, we have one of those. Like, and then it hasn't moved. It doesn't move,
I
and it
don't
has
think.
lots of problems, and it's leaking all over itself.
Sure,
I
I
think
don't think
that's
anyone's going to uncover Mitch McConnell and expect him to like roast a 0 to 60 time and
that.
crush lap
How
records.
fucking sick would that be though? If like here's his next like, hey, look, I'm actually okay, guys. Video is him doing just like this hellacious break stand in a C4 CR1
I would
at the
make it.
at the Bowling Green plant.
I would make a complimentary George Droid comment right now, but let's not get the Fent reactor's not finished. Let's not get to that on there.
Yes.
But no, dude, it's like it's one of those cars, like I know it lives, and I kind of like that it's under a car cover, so I don't think about it.
The comparisons just keep working. Yes, we know it lives.
I just
sort
don't
of.
want to look at it half the time because it's like it's got so much fun, written all over it, and it's gonna be such a big project, bro. It's further
gonna be
down
so
the list,
sick.
but I gotta do it, dude. So I'm still amped about it. But yeah, that's my 90 ZR1. I own a ZR1. I've never heard it run, so that rhymes.
I've heard it run.
Have you?
Not well. Not well.
Well, that's
Just
more
like
than me.
confirming signs of life. I've got the AI photo.
Good.
But no, no, that'll be rad. My next oldest, the other thing behind me,
Oh
the
yeah.
1990 Honda C70 Passport. Um, at this point, it needs a new battery all over again, I'm sure, because it's been sitting.
Okay.
Needs the carburetor gone through. I have tires and inner tubes. I need to mount them. Um, that's kind of it. It is so out of everything I own, that is on the most back burner. Like there's like
Sure.
the front little basket has I don't even remember what tool that set this is right here. It's got random shit in it. It's just like that's the problem for me with a bike. It's so like portable and just put it
Dude,
away and forget about.
how dangerous are
Um,
bikes, dude? You could like stack
yes,
30
both
of them in a
to ride
garage.
and to own.
Oh, dude, you could just hide them everywhere. It's horrible.
Yeah, yeah. So that's my next oldest. What do you have older than 90 91?
Well, we're going we
91?
got a 92. So we're not making leaps and bounds here. That would be my Mitsubishi Galant VR4, which I sadly looked up that I purchased 7 years ago. And I have never changed the oil. I have only driven it from houses I've sold and bought. And I used it to tow
Fabulous.
said ZR1 in the back of the house, up the driveway and up the side yard. So it still
Yep.
works for that. I love that fucking car because there's something special. I haven't changed the oil in 7 years. I put maybe after the
Mhm.
drive from Monterey, I bought it down in Monterey. And then after that drive,
Sure.
I drove it maybe a combined 50 miles, just dicking around. I've never gotten, because it's a keeper. That's how it works. And I haven't gotten around to
Yep.
maintaining it. It still needs, I think it has a timing belt. It has, it's such
Big
a
if true.
good example. It's like 155,000 miles, Belize green, 92, all original.
Yep.
What's really cool is it came with all the parts to do like a 5 bowl, all the weird stuff, which I'll probably
Yeah.
sell because I'll do
All
a
the
stock. I want to do
inside DSM stuff.
yeah, all from like 20 years ago on the forum stuff,
Yeah.
right? Or more. Um, I want to do that kind of, I've explained it before. I want to kind of do like a Jekyll and Hyde thing where I can swap it for smog and then take it back for like rallies. Ideally, this will be my go-to rally car. I really want to have a rally car that I get like super in touch with and tweak over time. And like, I
Sure.
love that feeling when it becomes part of you. And I've had VR4s, I've had 4 of them for 22 plus years now, right? So it's a car I'm very intimate with. It's one of my favorite cars of all time, and that will not go anywhere. But because of that, also it's relegated under a car cover in the backyard.
Yeah.
However, I can start that fucker up right now. It'll run fine. I can take it out and rip it. And I love it. I love
Has
that
the
car.
ECU been capped on that car?
Mhm.
Because it makes me
Bro.
wonder if it's like slowly like leaking into itself.
Well, funny story is I bought that car. 3 weeks later, I bought the VR4 you sold me. Like, who does that, first off? I remember I had a video from back in the day where I'm in my
policeman
garage
VR4s.
with, both the Gallants next to each other. I go, you're a Gallant. You're a Gallant. It's like 2 Belize green Gallants parked next to each other.
Spider-Man meme.
Dude, so bad, dude. But I put all my
Yeah.
effort into restoring that one, right? While the other one sat there and was like, you fucking asshole. My timing belt's probably like shredding apart, but you don't care. But I
Cool.
I
Yeah.
do want to do that Jekyll and Hyde thing, like a upgraded turbo, just good suspension, just make it a killer rally car and grow with it. Grow with my
Yeah.
skill level. So
yeah.
that's never going anywhere. I fucking love those guys. Probably the best sleeper, modern-ish sleeper of all time.
Oof. arguable. It's a very, very much an if you know, you know
Sleep.
car.
It's a sleepy car too. Like it doesn't scream too much, right? Like the styling is so, and I think this is why they survive so much better than the DSMs, right? DSMs are very shouty, easy to modify, very
Yeah.
cool looking, whereas a Galant VR4 is
Yeah.
very stately and old
And they just
boxy
made so
sedan.
many. They made so many more that like they're seen as disposable
Mhm.
and stuff. Where these cars weren't treated quite like that. I mean, they were, but
Yeah,
not to the same
not even
effect.
close, right? No body kits,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Good fucking car. But yeah, that's where that 1992 Mitsubishi Galant VR4. It's a fuck it, what is the number? The 886 out of 1000.
Oh,
92. Yep.
886. There you go. I
Your
feel like there
next
should be some numerology there, but I don't know.
I usually get some
Yeah,
because my first was 989, then I went to
mhm,
141, and yours was
mhm,
1114, and now I'm at 886. So it's a
yeah.
weird. I wanted 666 or 69. 69 would be so fucking rad. But
Yeah,
anyway,
my
what was
first, my first, my first white one was 486. No, 426. Sorry,
okay? Oh, almost. You almost got it.
426. Yeah, 426. Um,
Killer.
but yeah, no. What's next for me? Next for me would be the 1988 Chevrolet Sprint Turbo,
Cool car.
which is currently hanging out in San Diego. It was the belle of the ball a couple of weekends ago. Avance, our friends at Avance, they were doing an event down there at the Cars and Bids World's headquarters, and it's just there. And so I like messaged the crew there. I'm like, hey, make sure that like people feel welcome to like sit in it and hang out and like use it as a photo booth or whatever, like do whatever. Um, but yeah, I mean it's shot. There's a listing built for it. It's just waiting on Doug to get back from not Epstein Island to do
Mm-hmm.
his review video of it, and then it'll go live. There is one loose end I need to tie up on it, and that is the I found out on my drive down there. Once I got almost all the way there, the last I was in bumper to bumper traffic in LA County,
Mm.
that oops, the cooling fan isn't coming on.
Oh shit.
It never got hot. It got to the 3/4 mark a few times. But that's when so I pulled it over and I checked the fluid. I was like, oh, it's perfectly on level. Like it hasn't lost a drop of coolant.
Okay.
It's not boiling over. And I'm like, wait, I don't hear anything. The fan's
Yeah.
not running, and it absolutely should be. I'd left it there and came home. Like I didn't have an opportunity to diagnose it. I suspect it's a thermo time switch,
Okay.
but it could be
How about the fan relay?
the relay, it could be a
Mm.
fuse, it could be the fan itself, it could be the wiring.
Yeah.
It could be the ECU, but I doubt it.
Mm.
Um, so we'll see. I'm trying to work with homie Johnny who works at Carson Bids and who's down there. And being like, hey, I can fly down there and like come in and spend a day diagnosing it myself and bring parts and tools and just do that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't think I'm going to find a shop that's really going to want to work on it. And if they do, they're going to probably charge me like $2,000 or something stupid.
Oh, dude, yeah.
I'm like, here's some pointers. I'll pay you to diagnose it. If not, like, let me know and I'll come in and deal with it. So that's on the fence. I can get a plane flight down there. Southwest is doing a flight, $49 each way. So
Mm.
I might just end up flying down, which would be very, very silly, but like, it's got to happen. I don't want to sell it that way.
No more sit where you want though, Southwest. No more.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I feel like if I pay $49, I get like the absolute like shame level seating boarding
Get the
group or whatever.
Yeah, you get the landing gear seat.
Yeah, where it prints up on the ticket where it says like boarding group like C or D. It's just like a dot matrix middle finger. So like what prints out on it.
Boarding group infidel.
Exactly. Yeah.
Aw.
Boarding group no. What does that even mean? So yeah, that's what's going on with that. What's your next
That's such a rad car.
next
Boy,
list?
I think yeah, it is ours. 1993 Lexus ES300, right? The actual tag team project of the century, dude. I've been doing a lot of work on this car, Frank. I don't want to get into it. Everything I've done, but it needed a lot. It had a lot of. It didn't seem like it needed a lot, but it did.
Right.
It was leaking quite a bit of oil.
Yeah.
I think someone did a pretty shoddy like valve cover job. That's fine. The problem is on most cars, valve cover jobs are easy gaskets. swap them out pretty quick. This car is pretty complicated to do. I'm not gonna
Firewall
lie.
side.
The way the intake manifold is done on this vehicle with like fuel lines and coolant and everything going into this thing, it's kind of a pain in the butt. I'll be honest. That's a big labor job. I'm sure the shop hours pay nothing, and that's why there's like corners being
Yeah.
cut, right? Like, but dude, I'll be honest. This is probably for 130,000 miles the nicest condition car I've ever had the luxury of turning wrenches on. It is so fucking pristine. Like every
Yeah.
bolt is still shiny.
Yeah.
The car itself is just it is built like Lexus 1993 Lexus was built way above what you're going to get with a modern Lexus. It's just a different animal back then, and it shows the craftsmanship's unrivaled, dude. How well this car's built. It has so just an example. It has like frameless doors, right? Like just
Yep.
open glass. You get zero wind noise at
Yeah.
any highway speed.
It really is a lovely thing to drive.
On so quiet inside, quieter than like my LX 470, GX 470, which are like very expensive vehicles and very much
This is
more
the
modern.
entry level car.
This absolutely was the stripper entry level with cloth seats, no sunroof, and a Manuel, and it's double purple on the outside with a triple purple adding the interior. I fucking love this thing, dude. I think you talked about daily. I think this would be one of the most killer, especially after everything, we're doing to it right now.
Right.
This thing would make an exceptional daily. Like it's still dead nuts reliable, decent fuel economy, parts are available, maintenance won't be a problem, and it's interesting. It's very interesting, which adds like that flair we've been talking about having an interesting daily.
You want to hang on to it? You want to buy me out?
I don't think I do because I have another car that's coming up on my list.
Sure.
That's not comparable in the least. But it's like I think this needs to go to like a special because it is such a special car. Now, would I go for like a 3 to 4,000, 5,000 if I can scoop one leather manual one? Sure. I would get a cheaper one. I think this one's too nice and too special. You know how I am about stuff that's like too nice. So, what a cool car, dude.
Yeah.
What a cool car.
Oh boy. What do I have next? Oh god. Oh fuck. It's a problem when I have to. It takes actual brain power.
Sure.
Next up is the 1991 Subaru Sambar.
Oh yeah, that little guy.
The photo booth. Interesting. So, friend of the pod, Todd. That's teeny tiny fire truck Todd. To those in the know. I was messaging back and forth with him because I have it as a business. It's been converted to a 90s themed photo booth. You may have seen it from such films as various Bay Area things, Radwood. Doug did a video with it. Motor Lux during Car Week in the last 2 years. I've put zero effort into that as my business. I'm too damn busy doing the photography stuff. And so I'd reached out to Todd. I'm like, hey, like, give you the keys to the castle? Like, I'm happy if you just want to run this thing because like you're the dude to do this. Like K Cars incredibly well. He's just a really, really good human being. I would trust him implicitly. He knows the car scene. He's really great with people. And so who knows? I don't know. I would love to talk him into just at least running the thing, get it into the black, and as long as my basic expenses are covered and he can take the rest, I don't care because right now it's just sitting, which isn't really fair to anybody.
No, that thing's so rad, dude.
I need to do tires. I want to do different wheels because it's just got mystery 13 inches at 13. You had me at mystery 13 inches. It has mystery 13-inch wheels.
Once you said 13, I didn't care about any other details.
Yeah. Hello, Mr. Epstein. Mystery 13-inch wheels that are plasti dipped, and the plasti dip is falling off. They're not great. So I need to do that, and the valve cover, the oil pan gasket has just been siliconed.
Oh, fun.
Which it might be that from the factory, I don't know, but it's completely gone. It's got like a piece of paper-sized puddle under it.
Oh wow, okay.
So that I need to address that. Otherwise, that's kind of it. I need to get it back into being a business. I don't have the bandwidth. If I can have someone else do it, great. I need to get the mechanics sorted, and then we'll see. That would be really fun.
Yeah. I think so rad, dude. What year are we at? 94. We just did 93. Let's go to 94. Chevrolet S10 Blazer. Uh,
Yes.
the eternal side in my thorn after the whole transmission debacle. Outsource that work, which I never outsource work. Let's be honest here, guys. The thing is, I didn't have my lift or my scissor lift didn't clear enough to drop the trans. So that's how I bought it. I bought it was the transmission was clearly bad. It wouldn't go into any gears. Everything was fucked. It's a manual, which is killer
Hmm.
when the manual transmission functions, really cool. When it doesn't function, really uncool. So swapping that over led to a headache of problems, chief of which put in the wrong flywheel in, and then it was having all kinds of symptoms because when you put a wrong sized flywheel in, it doesn't mesh with starting stuff, it doesn't
Hmm.
mesh with anything else, and it fucks your whole system up. And yeah, people start thinking it's the computer, the ECM. It's like I'm hearing this and I'm like,
How
just
did they
give.
put the wrong flywheel in?
Dude, I have so many questions, Frank. But anyway, the vehicle drives. A check engine light pops up when I shift in a second. I need to figure that out. So I need to do like the jumper pins and the diagnostic. When I get
Yeah.
it, I'll figure it out. Killer truck. I think there's like 70 something thousand miles on it.
Hmm.
Two-door, 5-speed manual, which is like the best.
Yeah.
It's a
4x4,
94. Yeah,
4.3.
last of the boxies, like the very
Hmm.
last year. So there's so much going for this truck, but it's been sitting because it's like backburnered because all of that. It was like gone for almost a year.
Yeah.
That is next after the Lexus is out, and then I
Sure.
might do some stuff to my other vehicles. But that's my next big project, my next Resta. So I'm gonna do
Sure.
brakes, put the factory stereo back in it. Headliner looks like Wolverine was in there. I don't know if you remember that. It was pretty
Oh yeah.
wild. But just kind of bring that truck back because those have a pretty cult following. Those S10
Hmm.
Blazers, especially manual two-door. It's like the perfect spec, right?
Yeah.
Try to bring that paint back, but it's such a cool truck. It's just I need to like get my hands on it and like make it whole again. I think is
Yeah.
what I'm saying. But I think
For
it's
sure.
such a rad truck. I think it's gonna be super fun when I get it fixed up because that's a good motor
Hmm.
too. So it's very desirable spec. I need to make it right. I need to this is the way,
Treat it right. Yeah.
It's so sad. But that's the story on that. It's a 94. And I'll probably hold on to it, have some fun with it, and then I'll probably kick it down the road for a because that's kind of like a collector model. People go after that one pretty hard.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Headliner and yeah, polish the paint up, see what comes
Hmm.
back, and you already found the right wheels, so that is cool.
Hell yeah.
God, what the hell is the next one we did? 91. We've got. I think I'm out of 90s cars. That brings me to the what does it bring me to? It brings me to the 2001 Chevrolet Suburban
Oh
Z71.
yeah. I forget you have
Um,
that.
I don't forget I have it because it's parked like two houses down, just in front of the high school, like collecting dust and leaves and pine needles and shit.
Hmm.
But I started it up and drove it this past weekend,
Okay.
the first time in God 6 months of just sitting there, fired right up. When it popped a hey, you're due for an oil change. I'm like, absolutely, I am. By time, absolutely. So it is due for some maintenance. The brakes, the last couple of times I've been driving it, are just starting to get onto the wear indicators
Okay.
on the front. So I got to do brakes,
Mhm.
easy and cheap on these trucks. These GMT A100s are so
Dude, user
great.
friendly.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
largely pretty great to work on.
Hmm.
They have some eccentricities. One of them, which was a problem when I bought it, and I just never addressed it. And maybe I'll do it when I do brakes. Is some bad solders in the ABS controller.
Oh, okay.
So just the brain box, which is separate from the modulator, so you can replace just that component. Um, I can either pull it out and refloat the solders and put it back in for like $5
Hmm.
and hope it works. Um, or I can get like a hopefully plug and play reman one for like 200.
Okay.
It's in kind of a pain in the dick spot. It's like on the inside of a frame rail, on the driver's side, and it's kind of like hidden. It's kind of
Yeah,
around
that's gonna be
in a
gnarly.
corner. So it's like I've just lived without ABS my entire ownership period, and it's been fine.
Yeah.
But it will be fine until it's not, right. And it's like if I'm gonna do the brakes, maybe that's the time I just do that. So
Sure.
that's what I need to do. Do I keep it? I mean, I'm not in it that much. I'm in the whole damn truck $3,500.
Oh, dude.
And it's been my tow rig.
Hmm.
So if I end up doing more with the photo booth, then I'll keep it. If not, then maybe it makes sense to sell it and cash out. But rather it just melt into the ground. This might be a reoccurring theme for most of my fleet, but that's where that thing's at.
Those are pretty sought after. You should have no problem unloading
Hmm.
that one, especially in
Yeah.
that off-road spec. And
Yeah, it's got miles. The paint on the roof is starting to go from sitting. It's not perfect, but
it's a truck.
I'm certainly in it less than what it's worth. So yeah, I'm not too worried about it. How
Killer.
about you? What's next? We gotta almost speed run this thing.
I know. I'm still in the 90s, dude. 97, literally. Saturn SW2 manual. So that's the
boy.
wagon that I just
Hope
scooped
you didn't miss
for
last week.
$1,500. Yeah, I did reveal that. Just picked it up. Dude, I'm living the beater life because usually I get a car and I put all this work into it. I make it not a beater anymore. I'm embracing it, dude. Fucking check engine light came on the other day when I was driving.
Sick. What is it?
Whatever. It's so it's for it's for a cam sensor. This car doesn't have a cam sensor. So it has where the where the plug wires go in. There's another sensor that does like a bunch of diagnostic stuff tied in there and can send codes out. So it simulates having a cam. I love Saturn thinking. I'm already part of the cult, dude. Send me to the launch pad. It's so stupid, but it doesn't affect drivability. It's not an issue. I'm gonna do plugs and wires anyway. The headliner's gone, windows down, shit flying in your eyes. AC works, tires don't match. Brakes, dude, you can feel the front rotors, how warped they are by the way the pedal modulates. I can feel the individual ridges. It's so analog. But what else? It sounds like it has a slight exhaust leak. What else? The door locks don't work. I leave the car unlocked everywhere I go.
Yeah,
if you put a window down, you have to have someone hold the button while you guide it back up by hand. I fucking am embracing beater lifestyle. And like the best thing is my son Teddy, who's 9, fucking loves it too. Like he's like, Dad, the window won't go back up. I'm like, hold the button. And I held up my hand. He's like, this car's so cool. I'm like, what? Don't start thinking like that. You're too young. Stay on the Dodge Viper trajectory, please. Awesome. Don't get caught up in these shit boxes. But he thought it was so cool how we could just pull a window up with our hands. I love it, dude. I don't care about it. I just fucking drive it. It's great. Drives well.
Hey, you can't dent it.
You can't. You can crack the fucking plastic because there's a crack at one of the lower pieces.
Yeah.
But hey,
it's fine.
97 Saturn
Gorilla
SW2.
glue. Come on.
I'm probably gonna dump like $600 into it and make it like almost perfect because the interior. I need to make it a little more enjoyable inside. Like the headliner fucking foam is not cool, dude. So I'll do the headliner and some other stuff and maintenance. It is leaving some oil drops too, but beater life, I'll fix that. It's so good, dude. I fucking love it. Best $1,500 I've blown on a car, and I'm not gonna blow it. I'm gonna use that thing as a daily because who cares? Has like 144,000 miles, which is not bad.
Easy.
It's LBD2. It's like I said, AC. This is the first car that I bought that was smogged and registered in a very long time, Frank, because I buy questionable things all the time.
Sure.
And my beater is my least questionable purchase. So I love it, dude. I fucking love it, bro. I'm living that life.
Oh, gosh.
It's so good, dude.
Well, maybe I suppose that's the next car on my list here. Beater country with the 03X Terra.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Which is very much
beater country.
It's funny because it absolutely is it is part of Beater Nation.
It is.
But like
it's special though.
It looks good.
It looks real good.
What's funny is the other day, things that I need to do with it besides not look at it for a minute. Is figure out why the AC works when the terminal at the relays jumped, which that was weird.
Yeah, that was weird.
Previous jabroni that worked on this thing had it completely jumped, so it just never shut off. Period, which was a problem. The timing is good enough; it runs pretty well. But I think the distributor's off a full tooth.
Better than it did that morning, I'll tell you that.
Yes, absolutely. So we're maxed in one direction of adjustment on the distributor. And now it's not stumbling and threatening to stall. Great, but we're still nowhere near where it should be on the timing marks with the timing gun. If you fill it up, it dumps fuel. Although I will say So it's probably like a filler neck grommet, or doing some homework. It's a metal neck, um, nice, with a section of rubber. I
Nice.
suspect the section of rubber's got a split in it or something. But the last,
Mm.
I went and filled it up the other day, and I walked away. I was like going to go get something from in the little market, get like the world's shittiest hot dog or something. And I started walking, and then I remembered like, oh shit, I can't let this thing get to full.
Hmm.
So I start walking back over, like clicks, and it didn't dump any fuel out. So, but it's like, okay, well, it filled itself,
Uh-huh.
and it didn't dump 2 gallons of fuel on the ground. So I don't know.
It's
And it is
healed.
still giving me a random, yes, hey, um, yeah, I poured stop leak in the fuel tank. No, the other thing is
Pro
it
move.
is still randomly throwing a check engine light for, um, uh, basically it's a Prendle fault.
Oh yeah, I
So
remember.
now, yeah, so apparently there's a sensor for that, and so which apparently also has a relay. So I need to check that relay. Maybe it's
Mm.
jumped for God's sakes. I don't know.
Probably is.
And then I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I'm leaning towards moving it on. Just I've had such a questionable experience with it that
She can
like
be
it's
saved,
kind of
Frank.
tainted. I know. I we'll see.
Are you gonna bring her back at least before you move
I
around, or
want to
you're just
fix
gonna?
these faults.
Yeah, yeah. Get it drivable. Get it like
Yeah, I don't want to sell someone
reliably
a
drivable.
complete piece of garbage, but I want to like fix the known issues
Hmm.
or give up trying or get I need to get rich or die trying effectively.
Hmm.
So we'll see. What else you got? What's your next?
Let's keep it Xterra Nation. I've got my 2008 Nissan Xterra Off-Road, which we went on our cheap
Mhm.
overland challenge with. I was driving that every day almost for a while. What a fucking lovely truck. Love that thing. Uh,
You
Neat
love
to do.
the 13 miles a gallon?
I love so we got to over 20. I got 20.5 on the drive down to the Overland Challenge, which was killer for that
Hmm.
truck. And then I get about 14 and a half
Sure.
around, which is pretty good for the horsepower and the weight and the archaic engineering involved in the 2008
Right.
Xterra.
The
But
arrow, the sick
it's
arrow.
it's pretty clean, dude. It's the interior is nice, the stereo is really nice, AC's ice cold, everything works. The timing chain sounds like a fucking supercharger with an undersized pulley.
Hell yes.
Concerning. Uh,
Hellcat edition.
I did buy all the parts to do that. Z1 Off Road sells a full kit.
Hmm.
I love that company. They're the same guys that do Z1 for like the Z cars.
Yep.
Great folks. Like honestly, can't say enough about it. Not sponsored or anything, just awesome company. Gonna do that work, which is gonna be
Us sponsors. Lol.
after they listen for 5 minutes. We got something else to do. But this truck, that's gonna be a job, dude. When I do that timing chain job, that and also no one's documented that, like the full job on YouTube. One guy did
Sure.
like took everything apart just to do the secondary chains, and everybody's like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" And they put the original guides and stuff back in. It's like,
Hmm.
no. So I'm gonna do everything, and then I'm keeping that truck for a while because I honestly love it, dude. I think it's the right size. It goes down the road amazingly. It can go anywhere, and I don't. It's not too precious, where I don't worry about getting
Right.
scratches on it and dents. And, yeah, tricksy habits is. So yeah, I'm just gonna use it as a fishing rig adventure truck, and it's kind of perfect for that. And at the price point I'm into it, fuck, why not, right?
Right.
Like
Definitely.
it's such a good try. It's so nice, and it came out so nice. It was so rough when I got it, but yeah, timing chains is going to be an awful job. So that's part of the
Yeah.
reason I got the Saturn is to putt around in that while I do the chains. Because yeah, sure, a dealer can do it in 2 days, but I'm going to take like a week to two to do that whole fucking job with my
You should
availability.
you should make while you're doing the entire duration of the timing chain job, which
Mhm.
is several hours. You should make a chain like mix, like a mixtape
Mm.
of like Chain of Fools, anything by Two
Oh,
Chains,
Alice in Chains is
a
easy.
lot of Alice in Chains.
Yeah, clearly.
You can do Fleetwood Mac.
Can we do Chains Addiction?
Oh, maybe.
Chains
Um,
Addiction, but no.
yeah, 2 Chains. So yeah, you can. There's lots that you can do. Okay, so that was 2008. So I'm still behind. I'm behind you now. You've passed me in years because I have
Yeah.
my 2004
Oh.
Ford Focus SVT. If you listened last week, I was very upset with it because I did something very fucking simple, which is a valve cover gasket and
You almost
a
did that job.
I did well, I've done it twice now.
That's
Valve
true.
cover gasket, spark plugs. I've put the old spark plugs and it oops, now it runs like garbage. I've
Oof.
changed out the variable cam timing solenoid, the
Oh
VCT
yeah.
solenoid with an updated one. I pulled the valve cover off to make sure I didn't leave any detritus in there or anything scary. Nope, I didn't fuck up that badly. I didn't leave like a ham sandwich in there.
Mm.
I put the old plugs back in. The last straw is, and I've ordered them. They have arrived. I've not put them in. You know what? Let me do plug wires. The number 3-cylinder plug wire had a little mark in it where it looks like it got pinched when I put the plastic cover back on
Mm.
and screwed the 4 bolts on.
So you think it might be arcing out?
It doesn't there. It's not broken, but I can see where there's a mark where it got pinched under the plastic cover
Uh,
between the plastic cover and the aluminum. It's a plastic like it shouldn't, but there's something there. I can see it. Let's change it. So I got the Motorcraft replacement ones for $25 on Rock Auto showed up.
Very nice.
They're in the box. I haven't put them in yet. After that,
Oh,
I'm kind of out of ideas. So
yeah.
I'll throw them in. It'll take me all of 4 minutes. And then fingers crossed, it's not throwing any codes, period. And I would expect it that if it's
Dude.
missing on the number 3-cylinder enough to cause all of these symptoms, um,
Yeah, you should get
yeah,
some.
I should get a fault, right? I
Does
should
your
get
check engine light work?
or PO 103. Yeah. Oh yeah. Like when
I
I
like to ask that
disconnected.
question because I've seen that a few times. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, when you start your car, does your check engine like not come on? They're like, no,
Yeah.
it doesn't
No, it
come on. I'm
does.
like,
Like when I was trying to figure out the wiring to this the VCT solenoid, I was just like, okay, it runs bad before I swapped it out and after. Let me just unplug it and see if there's any change.
bing.
And it threw a check engine light
Yep.
for for a cam effectively cam timing implausible.
Okay.
Cool. Okay. Makes sense. Clear it, plug it back in, has not come back. No change in how it runs. So I don't know. It would be very silly if this is what it is, but I'll take silly at this point. Because
Damn.
otherwise I'm maybe you know what? Maybe we'll have a live maybe that will be our next late night confidential is you come to my house and we drink beers and we live
Oh,
record the podcast on some lav mics and just fucking
I'd be so down for
try to
that,
figure it
dude.
out. That would
That
be silly.
that would be awesome.
Anyways, that was 2004. What's your next? Are you
Dude, I'm
what else you
played
got?
out that for projects anyway. We have like obviously the XC90
Yeah.
Volvo, which is like a 2018, but that's not a project. I'm out of projects, surprisingly.
Oh boy. Um,
You get
yeah,
some
I
more
mean the
modern
only other
product
thing
shit.
I've got is well, it's not a project, but it is now. Um, so the
That's
CT
horrible.
200 CT200H,
Yeah,
nothing wrong with it.
it
It's
makes
doing
sense.
what it does, which is perfect. So I've lent it out to my brother and his wife and daughter. So they're
Mm.
out of town. They live on the East Coast. They flew into town. They're staying with my parents down the road. And they're like, hey, like, I'd rather not rent a car for a month. Do you have something that you can give us? I'm like, absolutely. Just take my daily
Mhm.
and I will deal with whatever piece of other menagerie there is to drive. And so I've been driving the S2000.
Mm.
Great.
Good deal.
Um, Day two of me dailying the S2000,
Day two.
I'm driving and I look and I've got the top up because it was hot as hell. Top up, air conditioning on, bumper to bumper traffic. And I'm looking in the rearview mirror and I notice like the headliner around the rear glass in the soft top is like sagging a little bit. I'm like, that's weird. And so I feel behind me and I reach and it's like sticky. Like it sticks onto the inside. It's adhered to the
Yeah.
inside of the rear glass. I'm like, oh, that's annoying. I'll deal with that when I get home. By the time I made it home, the entire rear glass had fallen out.
Oh no.
Like it's heat sealed in there and that whole seal has failed.
So it was that hot, or just
Um,
age? Old top.
Both. I think
Okay.
both. It had been in a garage or a storage unit off and on mostly this entire time. And so yeah, hot sun, driving, jiggling, wiggling. It has now dropped out. The correct way to replace it is you
New
replace
top.
the entire top.
Yep.
Um, the local place that'll do it near me, the same place that did this top on this car roughly 10 years ago. It's $2,500 and change for that.
Oof. That's very not
Um,
Miata like.
Correct. and roughly half of that is labor. So
Oh
the
yeah,
top,
pain in
because I
the
asked them, I was
dick.
like, hey, what brand top are you putting in? And it's like, whatever, Auto Top or whatever. And I look it up and it's like, oh yeah, it's a high quality OEM style top, which is what I want. And it's like $1,200 plus
Mhm.
shipping plus taxes. So, and it's like from reading
Day
about it, it
two.
seems like a huge pain in the ass. So it's
Oh
like,
yeah.
do I effectively pay someone $1,200 to $1,500 difference to do it? Or do I hate myself for an entire weekend
Yeah.
and probably have to buy some specialized tools between like drill bits and heat guns and adhesive this and cable stretcher that and hog rings and I don't, that probably is going to be one where I just need to bite the bullet and pay someone to do it and then just
Probably,
like
yeah.
go find more work to do that I know how to do, like take pictures of the cars that don't need tops. So that's kind of where that is at. It's not a project,
Ouch.
but now it is.
Bummer. Did
Yeah.
we make it through? Did we get all our projects?
I think we've got all our projects. I feel like we just kind of that was cathartic,
It
I
did
think
feel good
we needed
to air it
to
out.
level set. It does kind of give me a modest panic attack.
Yeah, I'm dead, dude. I don't even know.
Um,
Did you hear the part about I had a Galant VR4 with the same oil for 7 years? Yeah,
yeah.
that's where we're at, dude.
Well, and then I texted you earlier today. I was like, dude, look at this FDRX7 just went live, no reserve, dude, and it's in Pleasant Hill. It's like right down the road. Like
That CL
I
though,
did message the guy, by the
bro.
way.
That CL though,
The which one?
the CL, the Acura.
Oh, CL. I heard like
No,
CL, like
that CL
the
kiss from the
Cadillac,
rose on the grave.
like
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
oh, see, I was thinking of like the CL, like the Cadillac concept car
Oh,
from like
that's CN. I
2004.
thought that was CN. That's
There's
a
both. They had a
CN, my
CN
friend.
and a
Yes.
CL, like
Oh,
CIEL.
Jesus.
They had
God.
both. Sorry. Anyways, yeah,
CL
yeah,
though.
yeah. That's CL. Yeah,
Oof.
$7,500. Somebody got a really good looking car.
Like 111,000 miles, 6-speed
Fresh timing
manual,
belt.
fresh timing, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
Shiny paint.
I was kind of hoping that you would buy it because I'm not in a position to do it. Just, I mean,
If
neither of us are. But
no, if I wouldn't have bought the Saturn, I would have taken a very serious look at that because I like those cars a lot, and that
right,
was probably the nicest one I've seen pop up in a very because
and a
the
good color
paint,
combo too.
dude,
The
the
paint on
paint
those
is
fall off.
always shit on those, and that was
Low
minty.
production, one
Yeah.
year only, low production.
Oof.
Yeah, red. Anyways,
With the gold
that's
lettering package, which was
we
just so good.
exactly.
Okay,
Oh boy, let's end this. We've done
please
Project
do.
Car progress effectively, so
You got a quiz for me?
we've got a game.
Or do I have a quiz for No, you have a quiz
No,
for
I'm
me.
quizzing you, my
Dude,
friend.
I feel so bad. I damaged you with that Volkswagen Cabriolet
You know
last
what?
week,
I
bro.
still it keeps me up at night. B
Volkswagen again.
no, it's not even Volkswagen. It's that goddamn ad. The way it was written, it sounded like it was going to be a captive import, and then they had
Yeah.
the audacity of claiming that this was designed from day one as a ground up, nothing else convertible, which could not. That car might be the poster child outside of maybe
Geo Metro
the Geo
convertible.
Metro convertible and like maybe the 350Z convertible of
Five.
like a car that was very obviously not designed to be a convertible.
Fair enough.
God damn it.
All right. Whatever makes
Whatever.
you sleep better. I hope that little
All
mini
right.
vent session.
Well,
What?
I've got one that
Yeah.
it's I think it's an extreme if you know
Fuck.
kind of a
I'm dead.
car. And it's probably a 9 out of 10 spice level. The ad
Oh.
itself is good. There's a lot to chew on in the ad, but it's
They
you're either
call
gonna nail it or you're gonna be like, what the fuck?
I think the academic term for this is retaliation, but I'm going to let it slide. So this is, guys, all the buildup. The automotive print ad quiz game
Yes.
is about to happen. Frank's going to pull up an advertisement here. 9 out of 10 spicy. You heard it. I'm a little fucking frightened.
Mhm.
But he's going to read the ad, omitting anything that clearly gives it away. I have 3 guesses to figure out what he's talking about. When I fail, I can ask for help. He can clarify. Maybe he will. Maybe he won't. 10 minutes. I have to figure out car. I try to get
We're
the
gonna find
year and
out.
if there's special trims. But let's see what we got. Frank, my friend, roll that beautiful bean footage.
Ooh.
I might disappear to visual land
This is
as you describe the ad.
yes. So this is a two-page it's a two-page spread.
There.
The bottom half, let's say, is just a dead-on broadside image of the driver's side of the vehicle in question.
Okay.
It's red. It's got some cool alloy wheels, and then it just says it's got a green stripe in the middle of the ad, not the car, but the ad, and then it has the name of a designer and a name of the manufacturer. Just bang right there. Then we have text above that. This is that text. Introducing the Italian sports car from Detroit. We gave blank one of the most blank is a designer.
Okay.
We
Some
gave
asshole.
blank because we gave some asshole one of the most aerodynamic automobiles built in America. The blank. We asked Italy's automotive legend to create a sports coupe that would satisfy all of his exacting standards of style and performance. And blank was born. Outside, you are dazzled by a front air dam, rear spoiler, wheelhouse flares, rear quarter louvers, and a distinctive brushed metal roof band. Inside, you are tempted by the comfort of the black vinyl buckets, the feel of a leather-wrapped sports steering wheel, and the visual interplay of the instrumentation. Fire up the eager 1.7-liter overhead cam engine and feel the power surge around you. A smooth 4-speed manual transmission gets the show on the road with help from a 3.5-to-1 overall top gear ratio, cast aluminum wheels, and wide aramid belted radials. That's a thing, apparently. Front drive, 4-wheel independent sport suspension, rack and peanut steering, and front disc brakes help the blank shrug off the corners, smooth out the bumps, and snap to a stop quickly and precisely. Of course, blank is not for everyone. But if you insist upon superior design, state-of-the-art engineering, and an exhilarating driving experience, blank might be what you're waiting for. The one exotic Italian sports car that's made in America for the American road. Chadwick. What are we looking at here?
I actually think I might know this or have a ballpark on this one. Just because I'm a huge fan of the later editions of this model, but let's take it back. Front wheel drive. That's exciting. So this is like an era. So like the first thing that jumps off the page is this a Chrysler Maserati by TC? I know it's not because the displacement, but it's the same formula, right? Like, so they get like an exotic nameplate. It's kind of like a Isuzu Impulses with handling by Lotus. It's kind of that same brand cachet, right?
Sure.
Italian Detroit, I always think back to like a muscle car.
Sure.
But it's before we only do, again, I don't think I said at the beginning, we only do 80s, 90s, mid 2000s. So there's some interesting muscle cars that are cool. They're Italian kind of design, but they have American hearts, like a Pantera or something like that.
Sure.
It's before this. There's a later version, which I think this is. I think this is the economy box version of that, which isn't really an economy box now, if you can find a clean one. Do I even know how the name is? I know what does it have an official name or was it called like different things? I knew it as
I think it did change names over the years.
Okay, let me see if I can get it right.
If you're thinking of the right thing, because
I think I am. I like later. I like it's a different car because it changed generations. With the it was a Dodge. And later it was known as the Omni GLH, which is like one of I'm seeking out cars in my life, GLHS for sure. But this is before that. And what the hell was it called? I know it's a Dodge Omni, but it's not called a Dodge Omni. It's called like a, let's just say it. Dodge Omni De Tomasa Sport or something like that. And then it was I want to say 82, my friend, is when it's coming across. Final answer.
I'm going to give it to you because this car had like 15 names over the course of like a 4-year production period.
Okay.
If it went that, I think it might have been like a 2-year production
I
period.
think it was 2 years.
So this is I believe it's a 1980, although I thought it was 81.
I thought there were 81 and 82s.
You know what? I think maybe, you know
Judges?
what? Maybe it had a 3-year run because the
Did it?
ads, like, it's an ad that I pulled off of eBay,
Okay.
and it has multiple examples of the same ad. They all say 1980, but I thought it was 80. Didn't think it came to 81. But this is just simply the 1980 or 81
Mhm.
Dodge DiTomaso.
I think the model year was 81
That's what
because
they
ad was
originally
ready.
called it, the Dodge DiTomaso,
Okay.
which in and of itself was really simply a fanciful trim level of
The Omni.
the Dodge Omni 024,
Hmm.
which was, I think the 024 comes from O for Omni, 2 for two-seater, because it didn't have a back seat. It was kind of like their take on the Ford EXP.
Hmm.
And I think four speeds or four-cylinder. I think that's the
I
024.
think it was the 4-cylinder was the
Yeah.
final four. Yeah.
And what's interesting is it's a wonky car because it's a Dodge with DiTomaso branding, which basically gave you all the stuff that the ad told you: sport suspension and a bunch of go fast bits,
Uh-huh.
and an anemic 1.7 liter. You know what that 1.7 liter is from?
It was actually in a few Dodge products, wasn't it? It was in a
It is, but it's not a Dodge engine.
It's not.
No, it's the Scirocco
Oh, that's
1.7.
right.
It's the
Yeah, the
same
single overhead cam, right?
Volkswagen, yeah,
Hmm.
1.7 liter that was in the Scirocco and a
That's
couple of
right.
other offerings. Um, so it's a bizarre thing. Um,
Dude,
but yeah, very much if you know, you know, and you knew, my friend.
I know. And well, here's the thing. Omnis were funny because I know it was a variant, but they had a De Tomaso Omni. And then like 2 years later, Shelby had his goddamn name on an Omni, which was an economy ship box, still front wheel drive, but a different kind of hatch setup, four
Yes.
doors, 2.2 liter gives that one away pretty easy, but you could have got a GLHS later.
Yeah. So
Um,
later, I think they didn't just call it the Dodge DiTomaso. I think it became the Dodge 024 DiTomaso.
they never
And then
had,
they gave it the 2.2 in that same motor. So
did it have
in that
Omni
same,
in the name though at 1.2, right? I remember having
they
the,
call it the Dodge DiTomaso, but in tons of literature for it, they call it Dodge, uh, the Dodge 024 DiTomaso. And then, but then they'll call the non-DiTomaso 024. They'll call it the Dodge Omni
Omni.
024.
Yep.
So
Same car
it's
though,
in the ad,
like
which I'm
car.
trying to share with you, but it's being annoying.
I'm
The
visualizing from memory. I remember it doesn't look like the later Omni nameplate vehicle. It's like more stretched out, if I remember, more
Yes, it doesn't look
sleek.
like an Omni at
Yeah.
all. It looks
No.
it was basically the proto Charger, although the Charger
Okay.
had a back seat. And when I Charger, I mean like this generation,
Oh, I know what you're
like the
talking about.
GLHS Charger or the Shelby Charger. It kind of looks like a Sirocco. I think
Let
it'd
me
be really dope to
see.
have one. It's not a good
Oh.
car.
Oh. What yeah,
Um,
that's it. It's like squished down. It kind of has Daytona vibes too, for
yeah,
sure.
yeah,
Like
early Daytona.
100%. Like tons of hood. Like 40% of the vehicle's hood. Dude, this
Yeah,
is a killer ad.
and then they had a
De Tomaso, De Dodge. I love
yeah,
that.
yeah,
You
yeah.
couldn't say that part clearly. Great
Yeah, yeah.
ad.
Or I was if I got to the last hint, I was going to give it the Alejandro de Tomaso.
Oh, you left
As
out
the
the Dodge 024, of course.
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah, yeah. It's really an odd duck. It's just where Italian designer of a very American
Huh.
front wheel drive thing with a Volkswagen engine in it. Yeah, yeah. Really fun odd duck. So
So
good
I
job
look
because
the
that's a high difficulty level. It's very much if you know, you know. If you don't, you would never figure that out.
I love Dodge from this period. It's like one of my favorite things. I know it's like considered like if you're a Mopar guy, this is probably like if you're
Yeah,
like popular Mopar guy, this is your least you don't want to
yeah,
fuck around
yeah,
with early 80s Dodge. I
yeah.
love it. I think they did their craziest, most experimental stuff. And I saw one
Mm.
of these in a field when I was checking out a 240Z in like 2004. They had this thing parked. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Hmm.
Because it looked like an old Dodge. And I get up close and I saw the badging and I'm like, what the hell is this? It was like completely rusted out, just sitting there. Engine was already taken out of it. But I thought it was such a cool looking car. I didn't
Yeah, I'm
buy the
trying to
240Z
remember.
either.
I'm trying to remember the I can look it up real quick. What the because there was a Plymouth version. It was like the Plymouth Horizon, I think TC3.
That would make sense, yeah, because the Horizon has always been the Omni with the Plymouth badge.
TC3. Yeah. Yeah, it looks markedly worse actually. I
As
think the
Plymouth
Dodge
usually
the
does.
Dodge looks much better. The TC3
Except for the Duster, baby. Plymouth Duster.
it looks a lot more like a Plymouth Arrow actually.
Oh, okay.
Um but
Fun.
yeah, odd ducks. I don't think I've ever seen one of those.
That's
certainly not a Di Tommaso. I've never seen one in the wild.
fun fact.
Period.
That's the only one I've seen. So it's
Oh
not.
shit.
I'd love to see a restored one. I would
I've
love
seen
it.
I saw a regular 024 in my neighborhood here probably 5 years ago. It was street park for a while. I'm like, what the hell?
And that person
Why
didn't
is this
even know
here?
what it was, probably. They just fucking drove it.
Yeah, it was like, oh, grandpa kicked it and I drug this thing out of his basement. And he knew
Yeah.
what it is. And
Killer,
now I live
dude.
in the basement. Yeah. So
no PCP Project Car
no, we've
progress.
done it.
Do you want to shut us down?
Oh, shut it down. Let's go home. Yeah. Thanks for tagging along. It's been swell.
I didn't have a choice.
And just letting us word vomit about our poor automotive decisions. I live vicariously through our automotive pain, I suspect. So tune in for more next week. And also if you like what we do, I don't know why, but if you do, first off, thank you. It's flattering. Secondly, we do have a Patreon. So if you want to support us, that would be great. You don't get a lot of bang for your buck, but you're not giving us a whole lot of bucks anyways. $5 a month. And in theory, although we're behind the 8 ball a little bit, you get an extra bonus episode a month. Our late night confidential episodes where we take your Patreon money and we buy awful alcoholic beverages and we drink them. We choke it down while we talk even more level up nonsense that we do here. So that's patreon.com/APApod, APAPOD. Otherwise, just keep tuning in and tell your kid, tell your wife. I don't know. Hide your friends. I don't know how this works, but spread the word. And if you want to stalk me, you can do that at the Photographer's Garage. How about you, Chadwick?
Auto Obscure Garage, check it out. YouTube mostly, rescues, restorations, and reviews. Lexus ES300 content. I think I just uploaded a video right before we started podcasting, doing the brakes. So in-depth brake dive. If you want to see how brakes are put together on a Lexus from the early 90s. But yeah,
Rad.
Guys, we really appreciate it, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Take care.
Ta-ta.
Peace.
Farewell.